Hi, welcome to Talking Calm, and today I want to talk about how to stop and come into the present moment. Now, most of our daily lives are incredibly busy with work, school, and even when we try and relax and have downtime, such as watching a film or reading a book or on our phones, we're never actually stopping. We're constantly giving our brains and thoughts information. We never really get time to pause. Um, Now, I want to talk about how we can come into the present moment and really pause. And one of the ways that we can do that is to bring our awareness to our thoughts. Now, often when we're doing activities where we're maybe trying to relax, such as going for a walk or sitting quietly with a nice cup of tea, often our thoughts are going other places. Often our thoughts are time-based. Now, Eckhart Tolle talks about this brilliantly in his book, The Power of Now, which I will put a link to below. And time-based thoughts are basically when our thoughts are not in the present. And often this can cause us a lot of anxiety or worry and stress. So if we're thinking about the future, we're thinking about deadlines we have, a work meeting, an essay, often our thoughts are in the future. We're thinking about what will happen. And that's not what's happening right now. And so that causes us anxiety and stress because we can't control it. It's an imaginary event. And the same is true of the past. If we're worrying about something that's happened, a meeting that we think went wrong, a bad exam, we are stressed or worried or feel guilty because it is in the past and it is again imaginary. We're not there right now and we can't do anything to control what happened. The only place where we can ever truly do anything about our actions is in the present moment, which is right now. And when we're thinking in time-based thoughts, this can cause us a lot of anxiety and stress, and it also doesn't ever allow us to really stop. Now, when we're in the present moment, we can deal with anything that gets given to us. So if we're thinking about something that's maybe stressful in the future, we can realize when we get to that moment, it will be the present, and we will be able to deal with whatever we have to. And again, with the past, it is gone, and we are in the present. And though we can't do anything about what has happened, we can do something now if we want to or need to. And it's about coming into that awareness that our thoughts are often doing this. And when our thoughts are maybe most often doing this is when we're doing tasks that are maybe habitual to us, but that can actually be really, really useful in bringing us into the here and now. So a really good example is eating. How often when you're cooking, eating, or washing up, are you actually thinking about things you have to do or things you have done? Now, this is really, really common and most people do it, and it's probably only natural in the way that we're brought up and sort of environment we're in. But these can be really, really useful times to actually bring us into the present and pause. So one of the best ways of coming into the present and trying to bring our awareness back into the here and now rather than our thoughts is to really notice with our senses what we're doing. So if you've got something to eat, for example, really trying to be aware of the taste. Is it sweet or sour? Is it hot or cold? Is it soft or crunchy? What's it like in our mouths? And sort of bringing our awareness back to the here and now, to the physical, right in this moment. And what this allows to happen is it allows for your awareness to come away from your thoughts. It allows your mind to pause. It allows it so that you're aware of your thoughts, but you are not inside of them. Now, that's quite a weird concept, which I'll talk about a lot more in upcoming videos. But the basic principles are really, really useful and can be done through sensory awareness. So, for example, if you're washing up, being aware of what the water feels like on your hands, the soap, is it hot or cold? If you can feel the sensation of the sponge against your fingers, is it rough or soft? And just these actions of senses and bringing us into what is happening right now without a commentary from our thoughts brings us into the present and allows us to pause. It allows us to be fully here right now. A wonderful way of doing this is going for a walk. Often in nature is the most sort of beautiful way to be able to experience nice sounds. But you know, if you're not near a park or some woodland, even just walking down the street, there's probably going to be trees somewhere that you might be able to hear some bird song. But even just hearing everyday sounds, being really aware of what you hear, of the feel of the wind against your face, of how cold it is or how hot it is, what it feels like for your feet on the ground, and really, really becoming aware of what our bodies are doing. And this allows us to come right into the present moment, which is the only moment we ever really have. We are never in the future or the past, like our thoughts might believe that we are. We are only ever in the present. And by working through this, this can allow us to bring us calm and pause away from our thoughts and allow us to find more inner peace in the present moment.